What's growing on, palm lovers? So I'll make a video today. Thought I'd help you guys out. Little educational video for you. A while back I did a real small job in Cape Coral. Planted a couple trees, some grasses, some flowers, tidied up some of the palm trees. And one of the trees that we worked on was a bottle palm. And I got a lot of feedback on that post on how to trim a bottle palm, because bottle palms, when they're young, tend to hold on to their leaves even after they brown and die, until they start to mature a little bit, when the trunk swells and starts to become a self-cleaning palm and push their leaves off by themselves. If I seem distracted, it's because I am working by the pond today and I know there's a gator in there, and I don't want him sneaking up on me. That would be bad. So we're at my farm in North Fort Myers, and we're going to be working on a it's not a bottle palm, but these palm trees do the same thing that bottle palms do when they're young. They hold on to their fronds even after they're dead, and they don't push them off by themselves. So just like any child, when it's young, it needs a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of guidance, and then it starts to take off on its own and do what you want it to do, which is be a self-cleaning palm, because that's what most people want and like, because no one wants to go out there on a day like today when it's 110 degrees and work on trimming their trees. I'm apparently the only crazy one that likes to do those things, so here we are. I'm gonna flip you around. I'm out here by myself. I even brought my umbrella. That's how bad it is today. And hopefully I can get some good footage of me trimming this tree up. I'll give you some more instruction as we go. All right, I'll flip you around. So here she is. Beautiful little princess palm. So this tree has a couple different names. It goes by princess palm, hurricane palm, and a few other ones that aren't so common, but it's either commonly referred to as your princess palm or your hurricane palm. The actual species name of it is Dictosperma conjugatum. I know that's a mouthful, but conjugatum, like conjoined, because if you can see right there, the leaf bases stay conjoined, which really make this a really nice, beautiful palm. And I'll tell you what, after all the hurricanes we've had, these things are untouchable. So I got my mower, holding up my umbrella while I trim this tree up. So your main thing that you're going to need is a pair of clippers and a, that needs some practice, utility knife. Does not have to be Milwaukee. Any utility knife, as long as it's got a sharp blade. That is not sharp. So I'm gonna flip that, I'm gonna switch that out. All right, the other thing with these utility blades is you can use the, they call them carpet blades or shingle blades, where they have a little hook on them. I don't have any right now, but the straight ones will do the trick too. So I'm going to reposition the camera and give you a little bit of instruction on how to get it started, and then we'll do a really cool time lapse, because it can be a little time consuming. So here we go. So first thing that you want to do is make some room so you can actually get in there to work. And when these have been dead for a long time, it can be pretty tough to cut. So that's enough space for me. Then you got to start at the bottom. You see this down here? Might be hard to tell. But this is the trunk. Okay, so that's what we're looking to get down to with cleaning off all of these old boots. And believe it or not, underneath all of these old boots is a beautiful white crown shaft. It's actually not white. It's more of like a hairy wax kind of thing. But let me see if what you want to do. See if I can do this with one hand. But basically, you can snip them like this. And then once you get started, it goes a lot faster. Yeah, switch hands here. Get it started. And then we're going to fast forward a little bit. Watch out for fire ants. So you can kind of see as you get higher up in the palm, they start to come off a little bit easier. Look at that, look at that. Making some progress. See? Not so bad. A little bit of ants. They bite, but they don't eat much. And now we're going to go around to the other side. I don't know if you can see me or not, but one of the things to be careful with when you're using the razor knife, you see me going this way, you have to be careful you don't cut into the trunk of the tree. I've been doing this a little while, so it takes some practice to know how deep you can cut that without actually cutting into the tree. Your best bet if you're doing it for the first time is to pull the sheath back and cut down this way. It'll make it a lot easier. It'll protect the tree, and well, you won't make any mistakes that way. If you're going this way, if you don't know how much pressure to put, you could cut into the trunk. Not that if you did that, it would be a huge problem, but it's not good practice. I had a customer one time actually took a machete and just started whacking on the tree. I came back about 2 weeks later when I saw the tree, and I said, "What happened?" He said, "I used a machete." Don't use a machete. Needless to say, a month later, the tree died. On second thought, I sell a lot more trees when the customers trim them with machetes. Take it for whatever you want. But me selling trees is a good thing. And just thought, if you don't know me, you may not have realized that was a joke. Don't trim your trees with machetes. Okay. See, that didn't take long. Look at that beautiful tree. Ah, these are one of my favorite. Now, when that frond dies, it'll pop off by itself. And you could see that, where'd it go? I don't know where I threw it. But I did pull a seed pod, a couple seed pods off this tree. And so this thing is already bearing its next generation. They'll start to do that when they just have a couple inches of trunk. If you keep the pods, or the palm fronds cleaned off, you get a nice seed bracket and you can get into your next generation and plant them all over your property. So we cleaned this up for a customer who came last week and bought some of our trees, and he saw this beauty and he said, or he saw some of the ones I had in the back. He said, "Are they for sale?" I said, "No, they're not for sale. They're my seed trees. But I got one in the front that you would like." Well, he took a look at this one, decided he was going to take her home, and a whole bunch of other ones. So that's a good thing. Well, I hope that wasn't too boring for you, but if you're watching this video on my page, I already know that you're palm crazy and you want to see every bit of palm content that I have. Unfortunately, we don't grow many palm trees anymore, other than what we are producing for our seed trees. So we sell palm seed now so that everybody else can grow the palm trees. But we are planting a couple lots on the farm of new palm trees once we are getting very good, strong, viable seeds from our trees. But we did get into something else that we are going to bring to you guys next year, which is a whole nother chapter for our farm here at Tres Lagos Farm and Garden. Formerly, most of you know me as Watershed Gardens, which that farm died with COVID and we took a new direction. So it's delicious. I mean, it's nutritious. I mean, it's awesome what we're doing. And I will give you a little peek right here. If you don't know yet, those are mango trees. Yep. Beautiful, delicious, yummy, yummy, yummy